God.
Whoa. Yo, you know I just saw that we're live. I just saw that I saw somebody claim that Black Rob was like a Buffalo guy. And then I went to the wiki. He was born there. He's from Harlem, but he was
Really?
born in
He was
Buffalo.
born
So
in
somebody was
Buffalo.
like, "Yo, 1 hour." I'm like, "Come on, man.
I didn't know that. Oh.
Come on,
They
man."
couldn't wait waste no time. Buffalo niggas always wanted to make sure that they claiming
It
Buffalo.
was
Like,
either
nigga,
it
don't
was either
sleep
like
on Buffalo.
it was either like Buffalo or Albany. It was somewhere that's not Harlem. And he was like, "Yo, 1 hour is when upstate's fighting is Black Rob." I'm like, "Come on, come on, come on,
Yeah,
uptown."
UFO Feed would have a problem with this one, man.
Yeah, uptown.
Yeah.
Uptown, yes. Upstate, no. Gotta relax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
OD.
Gotta
it does.
relax.
It does say Buffalo, but I mean, listen.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
ain't-
Buffalo, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
a
does,
lot of bro, that shit regular, man. How
Dog,
many
a lot
people
of
is born in
people
Long
from
Island and then go to Brooklyn? Like, how many stories we've seen with that
Yo,
shit?
what town is Nassau County Medical Center in?
Who? What town?
Nassau County Medical Center, the hospital.
I would think.
I don't
It
even
was like,
know.
let's just for fuck's sake, let's say Carl Place. I was born there. You know where I'm not from? Carl Place. You know
No,
what I
that's a
mean? Like,
fact. I was born in Manhasset, but I never grew up in
Right.
Manhasset at
And
all.
I was born at Franklin General in Long Island, but I would say I'm from
yeah,
Queens.
you're from
So,
Queens. He was like, "Yo, 1 hour." Welcome to the rap review right here on the Ringside Club.
Injury report right now, gang, we here.
Yo, my man
Yeah.
Chad went through a glass table.
Yo, son.
Steel chair to the
CZW
back.
law is activated,
Yo.
y'all.
And now you about to go to Fight Club.
You know what I'm saying? It's forbidden door right here, right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Chad got thrown through the forbidden door.
We got a taste of CZW this week.
Oh man.
Shit hurt, man. But we here, though.
Yo, it hurt.
Oh,
It hurt,
boy.
but we here, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Now-
sipping a wine regardless. This ain't going to slow the show. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a goodie. Book going to join us at any point. We live
Word up.
right now.
Word up, word up.
Word.
Yeah, man. Thursday night live. You're here. It's the RSC. Now, we usually do. It's going to be the show before the show. I believe this week the survey is as follows. Will the rankings, the AEW rankings, by the way, in case you didn't know, AEW rankings just finally made their return last night on AEW Dynamite. So we have all of the top fives in as far as the men's singles division, tag team, trios, women's division. Will the AEW rankings still matter by the time we get to AEW All In / All Out? I'm going to say yeah. I'm not going to say that they're going to go 100% every match is going to be just because this person is ranked here and here. But it's another storytelling tool that's not going anywhere anytime soon. And yes, it will matter by the time we get there.
All I'm gonna say is I hope so, because you know how they are with their storylines and certain things that they do. Start off strong and then they detour, they defer. So I hope so.
Fresh off a wine sip. Off injury reserve. Easy law. Just letting y'all know.
I'm in the weight room.
By all in, all out, them standings probably won't matter. Let's start the show.
Peace to the gods, the Ringside Club Pod. My name is A.O. Say you're the Ron and Don. Blame Boogie while you at it, blame Chad Law. K-Fave is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the beam, we fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside Club, intro to the squad as the show starts.
Peace, 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 peace. You know the vibes. Broadcasting live from the Empire Tri-State. It's us, man. The mightiest of the mighty, the RSC, the Ringside Club, like we usually do every Thursday night, somewhere between the hours of 9 and 10. A little even later than usual this week, but we're here. It's us, the Ringside Club. Before we get started, to make sure everybody introduces themselves, you can find everything you need to know. You know what? Usually it's at theringsideclub.com. It's a little problem with the URL, not even sure what's going on. So just click the link in the bio, hit that link tree. Everything you need to know is right there. You catch that Spotify link, the Apple Podcast link. We're across all podcast platforms, so make sure you subscribe there. The video, we usually live right here on YouTube, right here on Twitter. I think the Instagram is messed up. I saw that there was a notification about people trying to stream on Instagram, but we usually live there as well every Thursday night. And if you missed the live, you can catch the on demand. Like I mentioned, all of the podcast platforms plus YouTube for the on demand. Now we had the Royal Rumble this past weekend. I would usually introduce myself as the reigning and defending champ, but we have a tiebreaker. But the good sir, Blaine Boogie, he's out on assignment. I heard assignment should be finishing, so he could be jumping in on the pod at any given moment. And when that guy does land, we'll figure out. Yeah, we'll figure out who was the rightful champ. But for right now, you know me, 2 letters. All you need to know. My name is A.O. Before I pass it though, I want to send a thank you. Shouts to Keeks. I was on All Elite with Keeks this past Monday.
Damn good episode, man. Shout to Keeks, man. Shout to Keeks bringing us that traffic too, yo. Mad people that just subscribe, like, follow. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. We gotta do more crossovers for sure.
Absolutely.
Salute.
Yeah, Keeks. I mean, we've been following each other for quite a bit on socials and all of that, and she's always been supportive of everything we've done over here at the Ringside Club, and likewise, we extend that support. So I was chopping it up with her because she is the AEW person as far as covering AEW. It'd be dope to have her on right around Revolution time, whether that be a prediction show or a wrap up when we're talking about what happened. But once again, shouts to Keeks. If you didn't catch that show live, All Elite with Keeks, I was on there Monday and all that. But let's pass it to the guys. Introduce yourselves. You heard?
What's good? You already know what it is. It's Ron the Don. About to get into my birthday weekend right now.
My boy.
And,
Whoa.
You dig? Got high off this Swiss chocolate right now, getting prepped, man, and off this agua, dog. And you see
the Swiss chocolate champ, bro.
I am the Swiss Don. You dig? So got the merch in the back. You see the shirts. You see the cap.
The reigning champ don't got the belt though. That's crazy. That shit crazy, man.
What you mean?
Champ gonna need the belt at some point, man. It's the only accessory that's missing right now.
Oh no.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You know what I mean? The champ gonna need a belt at some point.
But listen, you already know. So what's good, Chad?
Shit, man. Fresh off injury reserve, like I said, it's CZW Law, live and direct right now from the RSC channels. Feeling good though, regardless of the hand. It's been a great Thursday. I'm feeling very, very rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? Got my hair braided. You know what I mean? I got to get a shape up so I can get clean. And I'll be back at it. Otherwise, you know what I mean? I'm sipping some wine right now. Shit, good money.
That's what
RSC shit. You know what I mean? Salute to our supporters, our new followers. We got a lot of new eyes and ears that's tapped in with us. So we want to make sure this is a great episode for y'all, that y'all rocking with us. You know what I mean? Much love. Thank y'all for the likes, the subscribes, the sharing, the telling of a friend, the telling of a friend. You know what I'm saying? We're climbing in episodes, man. We're about to be at 100 before we even know it.
Yo, I was actually looking it up. I was talking with my wife. She's like, yo, when is the 100th episode? It's actually the last Thursday in July if we go, week by week. Last Thursday in July. So we're hitting.
Now, we're going to do that joint live. We're going to always have to link up.
We all got to be in person. We got to get busy.
Yeah. We got to cook up something like that.
100 episodes. But right now, what is this episode? Episode number 73. That's crazy.
I'm going to say this on wax. Somebody hit me and was like, yo, I would definitely come to a Ringside Club like watch party, like if y'all did watch parties. And I was like, we'll get there. It's like, we'll get there.
We'll definitely get there.
We'll get there.
I mean, the cool thing is we know more than enough people by this point in this space, so it doesn't even necessarily need to be a solo Ringside Club.
Yes.
We could partner up and just everybody come through, and if you know us, you're good money,
I agree.
We'll set it up, man. It's we've already turned that corner. We only have one more month of this unbearably cold weather, and then we start to warm up. And
shout to that homie though that mentioned that, man. It was like, yo, I'm a big fan of the pod. You know what I'm saying? And they was like,
appreciate that. That's love.
I think that shit would be dope if y'all like did a live, like, you know what I'm saying, a pay-per-view watch along, like somewhere in New York or wherever the case is. They in Georgia, but they like, yo, like if y'all did some, like, you know what I mean? If y'all came to Atlanta, or y'all just gathered up a bunch of people. They're like, do they do that? And I was like, actually, that's pretty common amongst our community. But honestly, like, they ain't did it. You know what I mean? We ain't did it yet, but, shout to the homie, though. He's definitely supported. You know what I mean? I met Theo out there, Paul and Mary podcast. You know what I mean? They definitely.
Oh, we partnered with them before. Yeah.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? The homies just tapped in, man. They definitely know what's going on, so.
I wouldn't mind going to Atlanta, man. That's like a second home to me, man. So.
Yo, the wrestling hub in Atlanta is fucking ill, by the way. Like
Yeah.
very, very good. Like Jonathan Gresham School's out there. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm thinking about the AEW Duluth show actually in March after Revolution, the week after Revolution. They're doing a adult show, Dynamite and Collision back to back days.
There's
Okay. Okay.
some big news that might be happening right around that time too.
Yeah,
So
what's going on?
I mean, let's jump into the news, man. Let's jump into the news. Let's talk about what's going on before we get into our topics. For those that are brand new to the show, we usually get in, start talking about some news, and then each of us brings a topic to the table that we'll discuss. So let's jump into the news. Start off light, real nice, real nice. Black History Month type of vibes, Valentine's type of vibes,
Facts.
WWE vibes, man. We have Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. Their brand new show, Love and WWE, actually starts tomorrow or today if you're listening to this a day late on demand. So I think that's on Hulu. I'm going to check it out. I think they dropped the entire season at once, but there's potential for this. Just thinking about how big reality TV made the Bellas. That was like a whole. It went from Total Divas to the spinoff Total Bellas,
Yeah.
and that brought a lot of eyes that weren't watching WWE for the wrestling, just to help them get familiar with some of the people and some of the characters. So this is a good look for both of them. Bianca Belair is already out of here. This is gonna make her an even bigger star. Montez Ford the same. So I'm looking forward to checking that out.
So am I.
In other news, Kazuchika Okada and Mercedes Moné. We're on Okada and Moné watch. So, for starters, as of today, Okada's contract with New Japan is over. He has 3 more dates, but it's pretty much freelance dates for the most part. But his actual full-time contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling is over as of today, February 1st. So he could, whether he wants to do it before or after those other dates pop up, wherever, whenever, at whatever time, whether it be an indie date or whatever. But Okada is a free agent as of today. And then Mercedes Moné, if you've been on social media at all today, a lot of that news has been moving. For starters, I'm tapped into Andrew Zarian and tapped into Sean Ross Sapp quite a bit, and they have
Are
said
you
that
behind the paywall?
on Fightful, yeah, actually. Yeah, I am behind the paywall on Fightful.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
There you go.
But yeah, but even without that, Andrew Zarian ain't part of Fightful, and he's been saying this also. It's like she's been signed for a while. I don't know how long a while is, but yeah, she's signed. She's not signed with the E. I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm cool with that. Let me
Mercedes Moné, the TNA. I'm fucking hyped, yo. This is the best
I mean,
acquisition TNA could have done.
Mercedes Moné is making a really, really big impact.
Yo, she is gonna be in the impact zone, tearing it up with Jordan Grace, following the trails that Trinity left. I can't wait to see this shit, bro.
I can't wait to see her really hold that Knockouts title high.
Yo, Mercedes Moné is Slammiversary. Sign me the fuck up, yo.
Hello. Listen, Monet is hard to kill. You heard? You know? She's hard
Against
to kill.
all odds, my nigga. There's no surrendering. I know.
Yeah. All right.
She bound for glory one way or another.
All I know is that Mercedes Monet Homecoming is going to be something that's going to be a sight.
It's the sacrifice that she puts in. You know what I'm saying? She goes against the line.
I don't know about y'all, but there's going to be multiple explosions when Mercedes Monet
It's a turning point when Mercedes Monet
Right,
makes it to the impact zone.
All right, y'all done with the puns now?
The news is like she's basically she's expected to be on television in March. So we're going to breeze through February without Mercedes on TV, and she will be on TV in March. Done deal.
Yeah, work. And I'll be excited like everybody. I'll be excited for the surprise like everybody else.
I will be excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to joke about it and downplay it. It's like, man, we all know what's going on with AEW's women's division. Let's just hope her inclusion is going to be the right step in progress. That's all.
It's honestly just a matter of there's a lot of that. It's the same argument. It's like, beating a dead horse. You have X amount of hours. You have to make sure that the people that are priorities are given time. And there's no way that she comes in on AEW television and is not a priority. So the one thing that could be a danger is like, if the shows that she's on, she's the only woman featured, or whatever she's doing is the only women's storyline that's featured, then we're not really going forward. We're kind of just staying in the same place, but we have a bigger star. With that being said, I think she might have enough influence in there to say, no, there's a lot of talent here, and they need to get busy. You know what I mean? So we'll see. This is all speculation. Nobody knows what the fuck's actually going to
Facto.
happen other than she's going to
Yeah.
pop up. You know, I'm just excited to see. I'm also glad that, you know, she's moving forward as far as recovering from that injury that she suffered against the match with Willow in New Japan last year. It's crazy to think that that was over a year ago. You know, that was last summer just about that she injured herself.
No, that's an ankle, bro. That shit is a
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she
serious
like
thing
just
right
broke
there.
it. You know, so we'll see. We'll see.
Word.
Anybody that's been watching AEW TV this week, there's been a lot of news about CMLL. I am not really all that familiar with CMLL and what their current storylines are. So with that news popping up, I was just, you know, Googling around and seeing what's happening. So they have a show. They do like Tuesday shows, Friday shows. They do a bunch of shows. I'm not exactly 100% on what their schedule is, but this is coming up this Friday, actually tomorrow. And the reason I'm bringing this up, this is the finals of a tournament they have. It's called La Grande Alternativa. And what that is, it's a yearly tournament where there's a veteran that teams with a rookie, and there are teams of veterans and rookies. And they basically have a tournament, and a lot of times you can see who the company is really, really invested in pushing based on who's involved and especially who makes it to the finals. So Mystico and Brillante Jr. Mystico is one of the dudes, by the way, that popped up, the four guys that popped up with the CMLL invasion.
Yeah, I thought Son with the deep tan was my nigga fucking Cool Hinge. No, Matt Menard.
Oh man,
I was like, yo, Matt Menard's with CMLL?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking crazy.
And then they're going. This is the final, so it's that against Mascara Dorada and Neon. Mascara Dorada, I think he's the veteran, but he's like 22 or 23 years old. You know what I mean? So he's young himself, but everything that I've seen from him, I think he's been wrestling like 2 years. You know, he hasn't even been wrestling that long, and he's amazing. You know, so I'm looking forward. They got a bunch of matches on the card. Catch it however you catch it, but this is popping off tomorrow. I'm definitely tuning in, just really to see that match, and then whatever else is dope. So the other matches, these were the four dudes that popped up. Mystico, like I just mentioned, Mascara Dorada, like I just mentioned, those are the two guys that are on the show tomorrow against each other. Hechicero, who is like a really, really technical dude from what I've seen. I watched a couple of matches after they announced that match against Bryan Danielson. I was wondering like why specifically is that the feature match? He's a beast. He's another dude that's up there with like, Brian and Zach as far as technical wrestling. Look, the luchadors are not just flippy guys. There's so many different styles, and I'm just kind of looking forward to diving in to see what CMLL has to offer. He's another dude. And then Volador Jr. So the four of them tomorrow night on Rampage against Christopher Daniels, Matt Sydal, Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ange. On Friday, dude I mentioned, Hechicero against Bryan Danielson one-on-one. And then next week, trios match against the Blackpool Combat Club. That's going to be fire.
My pushback for any of this, off top, they don't present the current luchadors that are in AEW that should be the best of the best any well like you want to invest in them, whether it's Pentagon, Commander, Ray Phoenix, Bandito, any of them that are already there currently. These guys are beasts, and we know that, but they don't look anywhere believable of winning anything. So when I see the CMLL guys come in, I don't believe that they'll win either. And they're there to probably not win either. But I'm kind of just like, yo, what the fuck happened to the dope luchadors that already are here? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of it, from what I understand, has a lot to do. Well, for starters, I think this is a little bit of a different situation because this is specifically to promote the company CMLL the same way that they promote the company New Japan. Right, so I think it's more of like a promotion collaboration vibe as opposed to people that are signed that we're not invested in. I'm keeping it a buck. Like Commander.
Crazy to say that, yo, I'm not invested in Ray Phoenix and
That's
Pentagon.
all I kind of saw.
Yo, my mind is still blown from them niggas, bro.
But I mean, I can't say that about Ray Phoenix and Penta when they're a tag team because they've held every belt there is to hold there. Singles, no. Tag team, yes, they're invested. Commander is there to eat pins, bro. Like you heat them up for a little bit to have a loss. Like some people just lose, dog. It is what it is. I don't expect them to beat the Blackpool Combat Club, but again, like this is more of a collaboration, the same way they do the New Japan
promotion kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yo, I high-key don't expect them to beat anyone. I'll take it one step further. I don't think they'll beat anyone when they cross over. I don't see Danielson taking a loss to random CMLL guy, whether it's the group.
Yeah,
Like the only person I can see picking up a pinfall if you want to run that match card back,
It's going to be
is
the Rampage joint.
yeah, the
They're making
Rampage match.
match.
Yeah, that looks like the loser card. And then if they decide to put Wheeler Yuta in it, he'll be the one to take a pinfall.
Yeah, they'll do something like that. But again, like I don't know. This could let's honestly just be like, let's put CML on, bring him back for Forbidden Door. This is one of those things where there was no chance that I thought that we would have seen some of these combinations anyway. And again, not that I'm super familiar with these guys, but once I saw the match graphics loaded up, and I'm not familiar with this dude, and then I do a little deep dive real quick, I just want to see the match. To me, this ain't about who wins and loses because they're probably not going to be back like regularly.
Fair.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now,
So, yeah.
before we move on, what do you guys think the ratings will be for Hechicero and Bryan Danielson? Hechicero.
What, the TV ratings?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't know.
I can't
Just speculate because they did the lowest rating they've done last week with
against
Bryan
the Royal
versus
Rumble.
Yuta.
But they did that against the Royal Rumble. Their ratings on Saturdays are super low when they're against WWE pay-per-views. So this might be in the 400,000s.
Well,
They'll bounce back up.
Yeah, probably pick it up.
Alternate universe. Where are we putting Bryan Danielson on Collision against who? If you take away the CMLL guys, like take away these spectacular like dream matches every fucking week.
Because
like,
what they're doing, what they did last week, for example, was more in line with the storyline with him and Eddie Kingston. Because we know Eddie Kingston reveres Japanese wrestling, so you're gonna face Nagata, who I look up to, right? That was all storyline. This is all basically they're going tit for tat against people that the other person kind of cares for, or cares about, or at least reveres and respects. Okay. And it's just like the lack of respect that they have for each other is multiplied by the amount of respect that Bryan Danielson shows Yuji Nagata, for example. I'm going to shake your hand, I'm going to bow, it's a great match, and I'm going to completely ignore you when I walk back, Eddie Kingston, and walk past you, give you the finger, all of that. So I think it's probably like moving forward, like Bryan Danielson matches and Eddie Kingston matches are really there to exist so they can cross each other's paths on the way to that probable match that they're going to have against each other at Revolution.
I also take this into consideration. Daniel Bryan, like he's winding down on his career, so this could be one of the people he may want to take on. You've probably been watching these guys for a minute and want to say, all right, I want to have a match with this guy before I go part-time or I leave completely,
Yeah, like I'm at the point sometimes where sometimes I just want to see the match. I've gotten to the point now where it's like, people beat that what's the story shit into the ground so much. And sometimes that shit ain't really all that necessary. Like I don't expect Hechicero, any of the CMLL dudes, to be active in AEW in April. So let's just fucking have a good match. Some shit that you probably never thought you would see. Like there are people, for instance, that are so tapped into CMLL that cover it the same way that we would talk about AEW or WWE.
For sure.
That are like, oh my God, I've been asking for this match for 15 years, 10 years. There's no other time that you're going to be able to see it. So that is a dream match to people that are tapped into both. I'm just down to see it, and it's going to be on a big platform on actual television where you have, even if it's only 300,000 people, quote unquote, who cares? Like, did you watch the shit? Did you like it or not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's all I kind of saw when I saw this matchup. So I didn't see anything with a storyline. I just know I know it's going to be a solid match.
I think the storyline is like a little light invasion. It's a little CMLL invasion. Now, I could be wrong, by the way, in saying that they won't be active soon because there might be more people that come in on the back of the four guys that were there if they're doing an invasion angle. I don't know. I'll let it play out. And at the end of the day, like I think all of those dudes are nice from what I've seen, the little clips here and the matches here and there. So I'll be sports entertained. Wrapping up the news, I just want to talk about a couple of matches that are popping up next week. So this is Ronnie's birthday week. Next week is mine, and this card is on my birthday. I will be up at a ridiculous time, 4 a.m., watching this live. This is New Beginning. There's a couple of matches. This is a cage match. This is the United Empire against the Bullet Club over there, the War Dogs. This is also a cage match, one of the first cage matches that they've had in the last 20 years, I believe. And this is Will Ospreay's last contracted match in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and we all know that he's starting with AEW this month. Don't have an exact date, but there you go. We were talking off air about main eventers. Well, Ospreay will very soon be in AEW and will be catapulted to that world title picture for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fire.
Yeah.
I won't be waking up at 4 a.m. to watch it, but I'll try to watch it
I'm sure.
later on. I can just picture this. I picture Ayo at 4 a.m. sitting Indian style with a cup of coffee and some cereal and staring at the TV.
That man
Coffee,
he
yes.
got a geisha on. He got a
Nah,
headband
you're
on.
wildin'. You're wildin'. Coffee, yes. Cereal, yes. Indian style, nah.
That's crazy. I'm sitting Indian style right now. Pause. Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, word. I don't remember the last time I said Indian style. I don't think my legs can even stretch to sit Indian style.
Word to
man.
RVD, man.
This is the match, bro. This is the match, man, that I'm looking forward to. The Mo Sabre Jr. versus Danielson, 60-minute time limit. This is the run back. They've actually had 4 matches, and Brian is up 2-1 on Sabre. The first 2 were back when Sabre was basically a rookie. Like he's not the biggest dude as it is right now. He was like, pinky finger slim. You know what I mean? But Brian took the first one. I believe Sabre took the second, and then we saw that Brian beat Sabre at Wrestle Dream. So 60-minute time limit. Those dudes are going to get busy. Sabre Jr. just doesn't accept the fact that he lost because it wasn't by submission. So that both of them are going for submission victories in this match to see who the best technical wrestler is.
And this is not for the TV title, right?
He's not the TV champion anymore. Tanahashi is. He lost it at Wrestle
Right,
Kingdom.
right. He
lost it at Wrestle
I'm just used to
Kingdom.
him having the belt for so long. That ass just.
Yeah. Nah, he had it for a full year. He won it at Wrestle Kingdom 23, and lost it at Wrestle Kingdom 24. So, speaking of Tanahashi, the other match that's a big match. Okada, he has this and 2 more dates signed pretty much as a freelancer with New Japan at this point. But he's going against his long time. This is Rock Austin. This is one of those. This is Cena, Punk. Not necessarily as this is like one of their biggest rivalries, if not the biggest rivalry that they've had over the last however many years. If you're familiar, like the Rainmaker gimmick was still fresh. He only had 1 match prior to defeating Tanahashi for that IWGP World Championship. You know what I mean? In 2012 when he debuted as the Rainmaker. So this will be their last one-on-one match, 30-minute time limit. They have like a crazy record, but I think Okada has the most wins out of the 2 of them. But looking forward to it. So that's next Saturday
to NXT.
That one's gonna be special, man. Since that's his last match.
I hope he
Special
goes
match.
out with a bang and shows up on WWE programming ready to kick ass, man.
Like I said last week, man, wherever he goes, I just hope that they don't, have him standing backstage next to the TV looking dumb.
Yo, fam, that's the least of the concern. Think
How?
of where he
Because-
wasn't. Well, you weren't there for the TNA Okada, so like that's the least of my concern.
But that's a different
Like,
era. I'm talking about current Okada. The reason why you would bring him into your promotion, just don't have him looking crazy is all I'm saying.
I get you. I just feel like they're gonna delicately handle Okada. They haven't really fumbled anybody that's came in on the AEW side. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll speak to that a little bit more as we talk about some of the Royal Rumble recap and shit. But I trust Triple H's vision with Okada, man. Do I trust, backstage in WWE? Not after this Vince shit, but I trust Triple H in the creative and writing.
Whoa. Yo, somebody just got to shoot Vince. Just get him out of here. It's a nasty dude, bro.
Shit is pretty wild, man. I mean, yeah. That just finishing the Okada shit, I just think Okada is better fit for WWE personally. Like, I'm just more excited. Like that. You thought you never saw me on some New Japan shit? Boy, wait till Okada pops up on fucking Monday Night Raw at the 9 o'clock hour and has a match versus Chad Gable.
Yo, there's some fire matches to be had.
It's just gonna be heat. We might joke about it like, man, Okada's getting buried, but I'm gonna be like,
No.
This might be a fire match.
There's fire matches to be had on both sides. I'm not worried about the matches. I'm more worried about the match style.
It's
in
the
WWE.
freshness for me.
But there's fresh matches in both companies. Either way, there's fresh matches in both companies. I'm just worried about how a guy who we haven't seen on a weekly TV show is now thrust into either company who has to run their stories based on what happens on a week-to-week TV basis. And how does he actually fit into that? Because one of the biggest things from our perspective of not having to watch Okada all the time is aura. Aura goes completely out of the window when you're on TV every week. It's done. There is no aura. The only person that has an
There's
aura,
no mystery anymore. Yeah,
the only person that has an aura is Brock Lesnar. right?
Damn,
Roman.
man, no more.
Well, Brock's done. You know what I mean? Because he was out here wilding also. But what I'm saying is like
his videos is crazy.
The way that he was booked was that we don't see him all the time, so you can't get used to him. You can't get comfortable.
That's fair.
Like the storyline or not, Roman Reigns still has an aura because he's not there all the time.
But you know, I just feel like Okada in the E gives us just a little bit more. I know these wrestle Finn and AJ and Shinsuke, but I just feel like they can utilize him a lot more because there's more space to just put him in. In AEW, he's going to pop up on Dynamite. He's either going to sink or swim to the top of Dynamite. And if he doesn't swim to the top, we're going to be like, yo, Okada's wasted. Can't believe it. Shit. They got Okada facing Isaiah Cassidy on fucking Collision. What is this? In NXT, I feel like he will be a big fucking deal. And Ron, you see the product. They need Okada right now.
Yeah, they need somebody to.
They need that spark. Ilya Dragunov. He's not holding it down. I mean, match quality, but I just think personality-wise, I don't think it's doing it for NXT. And I think the ratings reflect that if we have to be on the rating side of shit.
Listen, I think with Triple H, I think he has looked at Okada and seen what's what has happened with him, and I trust Triple H and his booking. So I believe he will find
Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels the one that got the vision.
And Shawn Michaels. I think either or. I think if he goes to NXT or the main roster, I think he'll be in good hands. I think they'll figure something out with him to.
I agree.
Pardon me, not to cut y'all off. Piece to the wrestling realm. They tapped in. So what up to the guys?
What up, killers?
Salute. What's good? I have faith in Triple H. I think they'll figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like they've seen how big of a deal he is. So I'm not surprised. I'm not sure exactly what they may or may not do with him if he goes to the E, but they'll figure something out.
I feel more confident there than I do in AEW, and that's a wild thing to say in 2024.
I think it's a matter of space, and like you said, like there are so many people in AEW. I don't think Okada is at risk of getting lost in the shuffle because he's that big of a dude. What he is at risk of is there's just not enough space there. You know what I mean? So the follow up on the big momentous win is not really followed up on all the time. You know, that's the biggest, the Achilles heel of AEW is somebody does something amazing and then they're cast off for a bit and it's not really followed up on. What I'm excited about, and we'll talk about a lot of things tonight, but there's the standings and the ratings and all of that. But just a quick reason why I'm bringing that up is I think that being used as a storytelling tool helps to keep the booking honest, right? Because if somebody is winning and they're on the rankings and you see the win-loss record in the standings, and that's something that's promoted from the company, you can't hide from the fact that somebody just had a big win. You know,
right?
You can't hide. You have to be honest about it. So I think like that's something that kind of goes into their favor. And just last thing from me at least on the Okada, you know, whichever way he decides to go. The only other thing, the thing that makes me nervous about him going to WWE is I've been very vocal about not being the biggest fan a lot of times of the way that they want their matches to move. Like the speed of their matches, the softness of their matches is just not something that I enjoy most of the time. So I look at matches where it was a dream match, for example, to see like an AJ Styles and a Shinsuke Nakamura, because we saw what they did in New Japan against one another, and then everybody was disappointed when the match happened here. That's not because they lost a step. That was because that's the way that the match was produced. That's the way that we wanted them to wrestle.
Right.
So that's also is like Okada has his style of wrestling. When you go to AEW, you do what you do. When you go to WWE, you bring what you do into the WWE house style, and it waters that style down.
I think that's what can help Okada push himself.
Get to the next level.
Right, get to the next level because.
Why is that the next level?
No, because I was
superstardom, like beyond just being an indie sensation in Japan, like being a household name across.
So now, hold up. So we're not now talking about the wrestling. We're talking about brand deals.
No, I was about to talk about the wrestling. Actually,
I could say both.
Yeah, Ron.
I was about to say because of his style and the WWE style, he's going to stand out even more, and that'll make him more of a like a special guy. In that case, that's how
I
I was
agree.
looking at it. That's how I look at it because it's like, all right, like you said, like the WWE has a certain style, and we've seen Okada's style. It's way different, and it's how can I say it? It's more, I guess, variations, or it's more versatile, I guess, or a little more looser
Ron, to your
than
point, you know what I see actually going about it? Like with him going to the E, he is going to stand out because of his look, his ring skill, his
right.
ability.
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
just looks leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of people already in WWE. So the point where, like, even when I watched and I heard Pat McAfee and the Women's Rumble, and granted their commentary wasn't that fucking great, to be honest, and I know many people agree with that one. Like the Women's Rumble commentary was not spectacular,
Yeah,
but
you could tell Pat McAfee's feel like he just didn't watch shit for the last since the last time you saw him.
Champions of TNA's got holy shit.
He was talking like one of us, like, "Yo, who's that?" It's like, "Yo,
It's
you're
like, yo,
getting paid.
TNA,
You getting
Yeah,
paid
what?
right now, my
definitely
boy."
probably has not been tapped in.
yo, word,
Oh,
TNA,
man.
yo, TNA got some fire over there. Like, word, that's what we doing on commentary. All right, so
Yeah.
yeah, basically like the way they were hamming up Jordan Grace and her, debut and just the talking of the Trinity history and just the new regime we're in. I don't feel like this is WWE even 2019, 2018, 2010, where Okada's going to come in a geisha and they're going to downplay who the fuck Okada is. Like, I feel like now Okada's going to come in and they're going to be like,
I
yo,
think it's gonna be
time
different
New
now.
Japan World Heavyweight Champion, like the Rainmaker. Like, he is,
Yeah.
this guy is no joke. Like, AEW, you know about him, but it's like, just like you said, AO, like, he's going to have an amazing debut match. And then he's going to turn into Miro on Collision. And we're going to be like, yo, Okada versus Kip Sabian on Collision? Huh?
I don't think they'll do that. I
Yo,
just
bro,
think
do you see
no,
where
I
Jay
don't.
White is right now? I totally think they'll do that.
Yo, bro. Also, you can't have everybody in the main event, right?
Yo, in this case for AEW, I think they need everybody in the main event. They need all hands on deck. That main event scene in AEW is piss poor, straight up. Piss
How?
poor.
They're building to a match. What are we supposed to be doing if you're building to a match right now where 3 people are in the storyline? You have
Straight
to
up,
have
go
more
for the
people in
triple
the
threat.
storyline?
Go for the triple threat, straight up. There's one
They're
on. I
probably
mean, they
gonna
probably
do
will.
that.
They probably will. They probably
Right.
will.
So then let that cook, and then you bring somebody else up in the rankings. I don't need to have 9 people in the main event scene if 9 people aren't going to be in the main event match. Let's finish up on Okada. Let's finish up on Okada.
Let's finish
Yeah.
up.
I wrapped up. Like that's my only thing. Like,
That's
yes,
where we at, yo.
I agree that he comes out, he looks like $1 million, and then the bell rings, and then we're produced to wrestle a certain way. I'll be more than happy if I'm wrong, but
Right.
I haven't seen any reason to believe that that's not going to be the case. Look who just
My
stepped
boy.
in the motherfucking building.
My
What up,
boy.
man?
My boy here, man.
Globe trotting, bro.
Breaker.
Quail Man Bug, what's good?
Breaker. Formerly Boog. Nah, never mind. He ain't that good.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, don't do
That
that.
got
Don't do
touched.
that. What up with you, kid? I think
Yeah,
you're
we can't
muted.
hear
We
you.
can't hear you, man.
Muted.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
you good.
The levels is good. The levels is good.
Oh, you can hear me now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
you
hear
good
you
now.
now.
You good now.
Oh, all right, fantastic. Hey, fellas, how's it going?
My guy.
Doing all right.
You know what I'm
He was
saying?
just going down a heavy Okada fucking tangent right now. So perfect time for you to just come through and just segue
Yeah,
that shit and get us
we
out
off to the
there.
next.
Yeah, let's
We
get
off to
that
the
topic
next.
the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding.
off to
Nah,
the next.
respect. I see a lot of rumblings on the internet about that gentleman.
Book, as a
Just-
non-New Japan guy,
Yeah.
where would you rather Okada go? Because he wasn't here these last couple weeks. He was on assignment. So, like, where would you rather Okada land from your knowledge of Okada and what we speak of Okada? You rather AEW, you rather WWE? Put it on wax for the Ringside Club right now.
Neither.
Okay. TNA?
Want me to tell you why?
Why?
All right, yeah. So let's just say TNA is it, right? He has the ability to like wave up a company that doesn't have the name of a star like him. So if he were to go somewhere, I wouldn't say they could build their promotion around him. He's not like The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin or shit, even Chris Jericho, but he's not like a star like that. He's just a really known like wrestling I don't want to even say hand because he's way more important than that. But I think at this point in his career, he's going to play almost the Danielson role. I don't think he's going anywhere to get acclaim. I think if anything, he's going to, help everybody get their licks and be a little bit better than they are right now.
TNA though, that was a wild card. I ain't heard that one.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean,
to keep it a buck, if all money was equal, I would have loved for him to go to TNA because there's way more room over there.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
me being an internet darling and seeing all the bullshit that's online, even if I don't want to, I did see that they made him take all his shit off pro wrestling tees. So that's usually the move right before you go somewhere like the E, because everybody else will let you sell on pro wrestling tees. So who knows, man?
It was a matter of, like, his contract is up today in New Japan. So it was a matter of, like, all of that merchandise that was taken down. Hey, there you go. All that merch that was taken down was New Japan merch.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
That's
that makes sense then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to spread the rumors, baby. Let's make it happen.
Nah, you good,
Sources
you good.
say. Sources say. Sources
Yo,
say.
sources say Ron signed to it's Black History Month. Let me get this shit right. I don't know the brand.
Holy
But
moly.
y'all know
Where's
the motto. Y'all know the
What's
motto. Nah, the do-rag brand. I don't know which brand, but they got the
Stilkies?
real cheesy. They got the real cheesy, like, your local Sky 13 graphic public access
Yeah, Wave
font.
Enforcer. You mean Wave
Yeah.
Enforcer, Deluxe Do-Rag,
Yeah.
Seamless Do-Rag, the Red Do-Rag, the Bow Wow Power Wave Do-Rag. Yeah, it's a lot of brands, man. It's a lot.
I think
It's the
before
first
the
time
year
Bow
is
Wow's
out,
ever been mentioned on our pod, by the way.
we
So,
should be able to get Ron a Dewey sponsorship. I think it's just possible.
Why
Gang.
not?
You can make a couple
Gang,
calls.
gang.
The
We got to
Dom.
decide
Yeah.
this. Yo,
Yeah,
come
the
on.
Dom.
Yeah, let's do this this tie breaker, man. You and I,
Oh,
Bug, we are
shit.
tied right now. We gotta figure out who the champ is.
That's the closest I came to championship gold in almost like 6 months, ladies and
It's been a
gentlemen.
while
I
for
haven't
you,
won a title in a while.
You legitimately have been acting like Bug. Nah, damn. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Breaker.
Yeah, Bug Breaker.
Yeah, I'll
It's
take
been a while since he's been the champion.
Bam Bam Boogaloo.
Bam Bam Boogaloo.
Yo, that's just a fire one that just come out the pocket with. That's kind of fire.
I like
Yeah,
that.
you know what I'm saying?
That was good. That's a good tee.
That
You know what I'm
was-
saying?
that's
But
Bam Bam
Boogie
Boogaloo.
Boogie the Brain Heenan. I got a few.
That's a good one.
What's
I
that
got a
tie
question,
breaker,
though.
gentlemen?
I got a question.
Classy Boog Blassie. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, in the history of TNA Impact, in honor of Black History Month, who was the first Black TNA X Division champion? Questions, all right? And the four options that you guys have: Sonny Siaki, Elix Skipper, Jay Lethal, Ron the Truth Killings.
Trick question. The one-man army Asan.
He never.
I don't
been
think he
taken
even
out.
competed in TNA. He didn't even compete in
He
TNA.
never been taken out.
He never competed in TNA.
Damn.
Run those names one more
I'm
time.
gonna go with I'm gonna pick. Could I pick just off the top? I'm not even.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it back. I'm gonna
Go
say
for it.
Ron Killings. Go ahead.
I'll go Skipper. You look Skipper.
All right, y'all both wrong. First Black champion was Jay Lethal and took till 2007. Shame on you,
Jesus.
TNA. And that was a
When did
brick
when did
reign.
they announce the X division? Was that like
In
as soon as the-
2002, fam.
when it first started, right?
Yeah. The first Black champion was Jay Lethal in 2007, who ultimately lost it to Samoa Joe, but a mere days later.
Jesus. My
Sonny
son is
Siaki
officially up screaming still.
He's two
This
times,
guy.
but he don't count.
All right, what do you got, Ron? You got a
Yeah,
different
Ron got to have
tiebreaker
another
for us?
question. Yeah, Ron got another question. He got to kill it then.
Yeah, I got a question. So this is Royal Rumble related. So let me see. I screenshot it here. It starts with the most eliminations in a Royal Rumble. So on the top 10 list, there's one person who appeared twice to have the most eliminations in one Royal Rumble match in the top 10. Can you name that person? He had the most twice. He had the most eliminations in a Royal Rumble match, and he's on the list twice in the top 10.
Kane.
That's definitely my answer.
You are incorrect.
Ha!
I have another one.
The Big Show. All right, never mind. Go ahead.
I have another question. There are two for the women's Royal Rumble. There are two women who have the shortest time, the fastest elimination in a women's Royal Rumble match, and they are both tied. Can you name those two women?
Holy moly.
These are hard questions.
Yeah.
We going in.
Chelsea Green.
What's Shorty's?
That's
Yeah,
one.
she probably is one.
Chelsea Green. What's Shorty's name? Damn, yo.
Dupree.
Nah. What the fuck's her name? Fox.
Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox.
Nope, not Alicia Fox. You did get Valhalla. You did get Chelsea Green though.
Oh, Valhalla's the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Valhalla.
she was out quick the last 2 years, right?
She was out quick this year.
She wasn't quick last year.
I don't even remember her being in the Rumble last year.
Maybe it's that quick.
Yep.
It's that quick. Hey man, somebody flip a coin.
All right. Last tiebreaker. I know I got
Yo,
it.
how I try to drink the water with the top on the
That
bottom.
was insane. That's like me drinking a wine bottle with the wine on it. Like, just like, yeah,
Yo.
man.
That felt Anyway, go ahead.
On camera. But, yeah. Next question, final question. I think we're going to go with simple. Who won the 2016 Royal Rumble? Off top. Don't even fucking think about it. Just who won. You got Triple H or Roman Reigns? Or
7 years ago.
Triple H, Roman Reigns, or Seth Rollins? Who won?
8 years ago.
I'm
2016.
going Roman.
Okay, Boog, who you got? Triple H, Roman, or Seth Rollins?
I'll say Seth.
That's crazy. It's Triple H. I'm done.
Wow.
Triple H won the Rumble in 2016.
Bro, he won the world title in that Royal Rumble, actually.
Are we literally addicted
Oh,
to
that
the
was
wrong
the
answers?
vintage
What's
shit.
happening?
That was crazy. I was like, yo, they definitely got to get this one. There's only but 3 people.
I don't remember that shit at all. Flip a coin, God. Somebody flip a coin.
All right. We're going to have to flip a coin. Or flip a bottle or something.
I'm gonna flip. You already broke glass once.
Yeah, no, I
know.
can't. No, I can't. I'm about to spin the bottle.
Somebody's thinking of a number between what and what. While y'all coming up with that, I want to bring attention to my Tiger Style T-shirt, Lee Moriarty shit. Brand new, fresh out the packaging. I mean, what's that question?
All right, I got something even easier. Way even easier. First year that Kurt Angle debuted in TNA. 2006, 7, or 8.
That was 6.
Bug.
What'd you say was the question? I'm sorry.
First year
What
that
did
Kurt Angle
Samoa
came to
Joe
TNA.
debut in TNA?
Kurt Angle came to TNA in what year?
Kurt Angle?
2006? Yeah, it came in 2006, 7, or 8.
Kurt Angle was Prime Perk Angle. 2007.
All right.
Angle is funny.
All right. And the winner is Ayo.
Yeah.
God.
Bow. I mean,
All right.
Still. I'll take it. That was rough.
In the words of
That was
an
rough.
honorary scholar and one of the biggest wrestlers in the world to this day, Ayo, you won. Me, I lost. I don't know how. I don't know when. But nigga, I'm gonna see you again at some point.
Send
And it's
Hook.
gonna be at the Elimination Chamber.
Send Hook. Is that before Elimination Chamber in February?
Yeah, that's next
Yes,
month.
it is. Yeah, February
Word up,
20.
B.
I think the 24th, I believe.
All right.
Yes, it is the
Get
24th.
that popping. All right, topic time. My topic is dumb simple. Royal Rumble. We just saw the Royal Rumble this past weekend. If you were to show any moment from the Royal Rumble to a non-wrestling fan that you think would convince them to watch wrestling, at least the next show, what would that moment be and why? This was my moment right here. Anything involving Bianca Belair standing across that ring from Jade Cargill looked like two superheroes. Mirror match, Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Know what I mean?
That was probably the best moment of the Rumble, in my opinion. I do have to go be on dad time real quick. This is like the shortest run in ever. I want to come back on, but my son is literally screaming like he doesn't have like a life left to live. So I am going to give something to the fans. I know we don't have too many right now. We are building our fellowship up. I mean, as far as the consistent viewers that are watching this. But what I'll do is I will record something that I want to say about the Rumble, because I do have a take, Cody, Punk, all that stuff, and I'm gonna shoot that out so that we have something on our channel with my thoughts. Just because I haven't been able to be here, guys. But salute. Let me go take care of the little guy. Congrats, AO, again, and I'll see y'all real soon.
We heard.
Yes, sir.
Word.